Hello everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in for your monthly forecast for the month of December of 2022. I'm wishing you all the very best of holiday season. My name is vickieverlie, and you can find me at vickieverlie.com or the Rock and Roll Prophetess on YouTube. There's much to talk about this month as Jupiter is changing signs, and we will also be having the solstice on the 21st. It's going to be an exciting holiday season. Be sure to check your sun, rising, and moon. If you enjoy my content, please do hit the like and subscribe button to let YouTube algorithm know and others know who are searching for content like mine. I appreciate this end of the year, all you've done for me this year and throughout the next. Wishing you the very best in the holiday season. Now, without further ado, on to the reading. Hello, Aquarius. Thank you so much for tuning in for the December of 2022 reading. This is vickieverlie. You can find me at vickieverlie.com or Rock and Roll Prophetess on YouTube. The decks we're going to use today are the Druidcraft Tarot for the main portion, followed by the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, this third edition, the mini deck we're going to use. Then we're going to do the pull a card from the Beast, Mistress, Animal Oracle cards for your animal totem. And then if you are a level 2 Patreon subscriber, there's going to be some additional cards pulled from the Aquarian Tarot. So this is a big time of year. It's a big turning point for everyone. We've got the solstice happening. There's like a few days there. We've got Jupiter moves into Aries on December 20th. Followed the next day of the 21st, we've got the solstice, which is another shift in energy. And then finally, on the 23rd, we have a new moon. So the 20th through 23rd, there's several big things occurring for everybody that everyone will feel. And chances are, when you are being Aquarius here, you may have some Capricorn in your chart. It's, especially if you're very early, if you're a January Aquarius, it's highly likely that you would have a little bit of Capricorn in your chart. So that would make this would affect you even more. It affects everybody, but the people whose sign it's in, it affects probably the most, I would say. Okay, let's see here. The first one is the Lord, which is the Emperor, followed by the Hangman, followed by the Six of Cups. Then we have the Ten of Cups. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, or the Lady, and the Lovers. This has been out a few times. This is a nice shuffle. Hold on a second. Oh, I need a drink of water. Oh, I still feel like I might have like a little frog in my throat. Let me just get a cough drop. Hopefully it won't make too much noise. But anyways, twice the Lovers and the Lady have been out as the final outcome, and in this case it's the Lady and the Lovers. But I mean, there could be a child coming with this card. When you got the Lovers followed with the Empress, this talks about having a baby, having a pregnancy. So that is very likely for some people. If it's something you're not interested in, then obviously you might want to take some precautions in that arena. You got a lot of, this is a lot, you have the Ten of Pentacles, so that is, the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, that is money stuff. So you may be launching something, for some of you, you may be launching something that's going to help your whole family. You may be able to help out your family, even like your elderly, whoever, you might be able to help them out or give them some money or pay back some of the things that they've done for you in your life. Looks like you're in contact with the Lord or the Emperor, and you may be waiting a little longer than you actually thought you were going to, and you may be starting to get worried about it. But I wouldn't be worried. I would be very relaxed. There's a lot of thing about spending time with family here, because we have the Ten of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Empress, the Lovers, and even the Ten of Pentacles shows the whole family and the children and everybody on it. So, it's this time of year, right? We're in the time of year where we are interacting with family a lot. We're spending a lot of time with family. Babies and children are just really, she's looking out this window at the he is at the children, and then there's a baby on here, and then there's a little girl, and this is really standing out to me. So it's it's a holiday season. It's always a fun time with the children and everything. But for some of you, I feel like somebody out there is going to find out about a child that was in their family that they didn't know about. Like you find out like you have a cousin or you have a nephew or niece or
Or if you're a man, maybe you even find out you have a child that you never knew about. But I get a really good feeling about it, because sometimes when these things could turn up, it can be really disruptive. But I don't get that. I feel like whoever discovers this other person, they're very welcoming. They're like, oh, this is another, oh great, now we have another brother to love, or we have another nephew or niece or something like that. So I don't feel like although it would be disruptive. And if you're the one who's found out recently that your dad, or that you have this other family, don't be afraid to say something. If you're like, oh, I don't want to say anything, oh, I don't know, they all reject me, or the father had an affair, there could be some scandalous, something going on about that. Go into your heart, trust your heart, and know that it's divine timing. It's not surprising, because Saturn is in your sign, and Saturn's about more than halfway through your sign. These are the time frames when you're going to find these karmic ties. And it could very well be a male energy with the Saturn, a father, a grandfather, a male child, but it doesn't have to be necessarily. Okay, let's put this back over here. And let's go ahead and get the next part of it. So you guys are an air sign. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through this till we find the air sign adult, whether it's the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, or the King of Swords. That's going to be the card that represents you. And then we're going to look at what's surrounding you to see what's surrounding you. Okay, so we're looking for those Sword Court card people. Whoever shows up first, that's going to be, there you are, showing us the Knight of Swords. Okay, so I'm going to put just a couple more cards below, so we really get a better image, a better idea of what's kind of surrounding you here. Well, I mean, there's the Empress. There's what's next, right next to you, the Empress. Somebody's turning up pregnant. When the Empress shows with the Sun card up here, can you see that? With the baby, that's a baby. Ace of Cups, that's a baby. Boy stood out to me, big boy, and I've picked up the boy energy before. So if any of you are pregnant, you're wondering. I mean, of course, it can't apply to everybody, but I get the feeling like it might be a boy, even though there's no gender in these readings. But that boy, that letter stood out to me. Could be born between either you conceived when we were in air to earth, or it could be born in earth to air. It would be. So the last earth to air would have been September, when we went from Virgo into Aquarius. I mean, Virgo into Libra, excuse me. So it might have been conception happening there, because you might not even know. Sometimes it takes 3 months before you even miss a period or even know. Or if this is when they're going to be born, because I really got real strong about May, when we're going from Taurus to Gemini. Even though this is supposed to be just for this month, this is coming through, so I'm going to tell you. It could be that they would be born then, so that, that doesn't seem that long away. The next one after that, the next one is going to be Capricorn to Aquarius in January, when it moves from Earth to your sign in January. The one after that is going to be in May, when we move from Taurus to Gemini. And then the one after that is going to be next September, when we move from Virgo to Libra again. So for some of you, that's going to be very relevant. I definitely picked that up. The Empress has shown up how many times here? we're not... the Empress is here. Here's another thing, though. Besides Empress being pregnancy as its #1 meaning, especially when it shows by the Sun card or by the Lovers, which it is. But Empress has many meanings. Empress is just fertility, abundance, sitting in your power, the divine feminine power. If it's not you, too, Empress is good health. Particularly, it can talk to good health regarding female reproductive things. So that's breast, ovaries, and all that. Anything particular to feminine reproductive organs, that could be a really good thing, too. Or even your own mother. Maybe your own mother or your grandmother is going through something, and this would be a real nice thing to say that it's going to turn out well. They're going to be happy and wonderful. There does seem to be somebody on the other side who's trying to reach you. When you get Spirit with the Dead card, there is somebody on the other side who is trying to get a message through, trying to reach you. In some cases it's tied to this, but it's not necessarily everybody. If it was a female who was suffering like a mom or grandma, then this is just saying, we're good now. We're okay. I'm better now. There's somebody saying, I'm sorry that I didn't have enough money to leave anybody. They felt bad about that. Because I think somebody, that the medical system in America ate up all their money before they died, which is a horrible thing that happens all the time here. If you get if you're sick, they'll take your house, there's no mercy. They have no mercy about that. They'll just take all your shit, It's cold-blooded, But whatever. Somebody's feeling bad about that they didn't have the money, or they had the money to bury them or something like that. It's like, they're sending out all these messages, and I feel like they're trying to reach you and trying to get through to you, maybe in your dreams or something like that. But they feel better, but they feel bad that they didn't leave enough behind. Or maybe that's even you. I mean, I'm not saying you're dying, but maybe you're thinking, well, by this age in my life, I should have this much in my 401k. I should have this. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I'm never gonna. I want to leave something behind, because that Ten of Pentacles was there about leaving behind for your family. When I'm getting older, I want to retire, and I want to be able to leave something to my kids. This could be just your own thought process, your own whatever the case. Oh, there goes my ring. Whatever the case, they're like, don't worry about it. That ring just flew off my finger. I mean, you're the 11th reading I've done. I've been here all day, and that ring did not fall off my finger. It's not that loose. I mean, it's not. So some of you, there's something about a ring. I was saying all this stuff about talking about the mom dying potentially, or has already on the other side. I'm not predicting anybody's death. This would be somebody who's already on the other side. But because that ring fell off, maybe there's something about a ring. Maybe they had a ring, or they wanted you to have it, or something like that. For others of you, somebody might be getting divorced. That could be what this death is, because you're throwing that ring, you're just throwing it off. You're like, I'm done. You're taking off that ring, and I'm done. So somebody might be getting a divorce, even, and that could even be what this whole justice thing is about, because obviously if you're going to get a divorce, you got to go through some legal crap. Okay. Let's get shuffling on that animal totem. Oh, real quick, it is the time of year, the final month of the final few weeks of the year ahead reading, always the most popular reading. Thanks for everybody who's been ordering and orders every year. I do appreciate you. If you want to get in on it and you haven't already, you've only got a few weeks to get in on it. It'll be available to the end of December, and then that's it till next year. So check that out if you're interested. If I said that was you, it's not. This is you. Yeah, you're right next to the Emperor. That's correct. I mean, Empress, yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's do that animal totem. Animal totem for Aquarius for December of 2022. It's like the Hangman. The opossum is like the Hangman. The opossum is a very spiritual thing. I always hated those. I always had them around me. I always hated them. Get out of here. I was yelling at them, get out of here. They never left. It's a very high spiritual card, the Hangman. And I think that's, again, if you see a possum, that's a message from somebody that's on the other side. If you see a possum somewhere. Let me pull this out of the way. This glitter. Dreamer of dreams, seer of visions. Pause, create space for enlightenment, and breathe. Keep your plans and ideas private. Know when to assert and when to play dead. Interesting. Alright, real final message. If you're going to be doing your holiday shopping this year, many people are, why not consider purchasing from an independent creator? Okay, sorry about that. An independent creator such as myself, and this is just a small sampling of some of the things that I have available. These notebooks are available through Amazon Print on Demand, so if you have an Amazon account, you get the free shipping and everything, and they're very affordable. I have lined for journaling and unlined for sketchbook, and I have many other things on my website. I've got t-shirts, art, prints, all kinds of things, so check it out if you're interested. But it's not only for me. Why not support independent creators across the board? You can buy from your favorite artist on Instagram, or maybe somebody from Etsy, or maybe even your local craft fair or art show or something. Instead of feeding the corporations, why not purchase something? And you get a beautiful and unique gift too. Instead of just pulling something off the shelf, at some department store, why not take a little more time and really pick something out? And I'm sure the people in your life would really appreciate it. Okay, last thing. My Christmas song is out. It's called Christmas Time. It's on all major platforms, and I even did a video on YouTube. If you do enjoy Christmas music, please give it a listen. And if you do like it, I would love it if you could add it to your Christmas music playlist on whatever platform. That would just thrill me to death. All right, remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, everybody. Have the best year, New Year. New Year's Eve is coming up too, yeah. So have the best December and the best New Year. And we'll see you again in the new year. Thanks for your support. Bye.